if the jury should come back hung, then it is up to the death penalty is taken off the table, and it's up to Judge Sherry Stevens to decide whether she gets natural life or life with the possibility of parole.
That's correct. By Arizona law, the second time, if there is no unanimous agreement, the sentence will be up to the court. But the reality is everyone's so concerned about life with a possibility of parole. You got about as good of a chance of a blizzard rolling through Phoenix this afternoon as you do of Jodi Arias ever getting out of prison. She will never get out of prison for the rest of her life, no matter what the sentence is.
What does your gut tell you following this very closely? I mean, essentially, we've spent almost a year of two separate trials. What does your gut tell you?
My gut tells me now what it told me when you and I stood here 24 months ago, that this probably isn't a death case, or at least it's a close call. Capital cases are among the most horrific and unquestionably call for the death penalty. I'm not saying that this was a violent murder, a horrific murder, or there was any reason or justification for Travis Alexander to be murdered. But I don't know, and I still don't know to this day, whether Jodi Arias fits into that special bracket of those offenders who should be put to death. And I think the indecision on the part of the jury over last week and this week speaks to that.
As a defense attorney, if you get a second shot at a trial, as this defense team did, to me, watching it very closely, they presented a better case the second time around than they did the first.
Well, they absolutely did, because the prosecution and Juan Martinez, they had to put everything out on the table. They went for broke in that first trial. So they kind of telegraphed what they were going to do, and Arias' attorneys were able to capitalize on that. But don't forget, there was a huge issue that came up in the second trial that we didn't hear about the first time. That was the pornography on Travis Alexander's computer. That's also going to be an issue for appeal, because Jodi Arias talked about that in her 18 days of testimony, and of course the state said there's no corroboration. But lo and behold, this second time around, there was evidence of pornography, and it can be explained away, and that's what the prosecution's tried to do. But the fact is, had that been there in the first trial, it might have been different. But it's definitely been an asset for the defense the second time around, and they've definitely put on a stronger case in trying to save Jodi Arias' life.
Great insight. Thank you very much. I've checked the forecast. A blizzard is not rolling through town anytime soon. Scotty, we're on standby out here. There is a lot of excitement surrounding this court case, and excitement meaning a lot of media setting up. Everybody waiting for this, what we've been waiting almost 6 days for a jury to deliberate and come back with a verdict, and we're only minutes away from that happening.